What's going on out here?
We're shooting a poor defenseless target.
What are you shooting?
Compound bow.
No, where are you shooting at?
Oh, we're shooting over there.
Wow, that's really far away.
We were recording it with my iPhone at 240 frames per second.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of fun. You can see when the arrow goes.
Oh yeah.
Wow. And then it goes like and then it goes, it hits the target.
Oh, I'll stick on the zoom ones. We'll see if I can get some cool
that'd be
stuff.
fun. How high does that camera go? I can't remember. Is it
Frame
60?
rate?
It's 60
I think
frames.
60.
Yeah.
We'll try it. Are you guys actually hitting the target? You're probably hitting the target. Is Jesse hitting the target?
Jesse, yeah, it's a left-handed bow.
Oh.
Anna, the reason you couldn't find it's because you're a lefty.
Oh yeah.
Just telling you, if you're ever trying to hide from
I
Anna.
have the zoom ones on. You can't come any closer.
If you're ever trying to hide from Anna, just hide on the right side of stuff. She can't find you.
You've been doing this all morning?
Yeah.
I think our goal today is to just get the plumbing roughed in. We're not gonna glue anything. We're just gonna lay it out. I think Anna and I are gonna work on this, getting the proper slope from the mechanical room to the outlet here.
It'll take a little while, I think, because we're getting to, it's not even finished work, but it's like really high precision stuff. So, and then working in dirt, I have a lot of respect for people who can create precision in dirt. Dirt is not what I would consider a precise material. So I believe the two controlling factors here are, one, the location where the pipe exits the building is going to control the lowest depth, but it's important that that pipe not slope too much, leaving the building. And then the other controlling factor will be the fittings, which 45 off of the main stack, any of the terminals, where those terminals get cut, because they have to be at 45 degrees and they have to end up where the fixture goes. So ultimately, it's almost like we should spend a bunch of time getting the main stack in and sloped perfect. Get that, the 3-inch bushing, etc., 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 done. That ensures that our main pipe is correct, and then we can cut our terminals, which will be dictated by the location of the main and the location of the fixture, something like that. Am I inside that sleeve? Oh, an inch, okay. So if that combo fitting wants to come out maybe 4 inches, I think a 2-foot stub will work. Yep. It's hard to believe that over this pipe's lifetime, it will see thousands of turds. Not hundreds, thousands. Better double check it for smoothness. Turds like to hit something that's not smooth and, you know, clog. So I think I'm good to glue this. We might have to dig out a little farther to get it in there. I think I'm going to dedicate this video to making every professional plumber cringe and or scream. Let me run some length measurements on this 4-inch. So let's go from close to that wall. This is approximately 13, and this is 7. So that's 20 feet. So the minimum drop there is 2.5, and the desirable drop is 5. Probably the easiest thing to do is to use like a 2x4 and a level. So if you set the 2x4 in the trench that you've created like this, and you put your 4-foot level on it, so in 4 feet, it's going to be 1 inch exactly. So if you measure off 4 feet with the level and it's level, and you measure the gap between the level and the board's 1 inch, you're at a 1/4 inch per foot. So ABS cement does not have a primer, but it apparently is not unique in the fact that the cap is a pain in the butt to get off. A little tidbit for those folks who are interested in watching this. DWV is a standard that we're required to follow to be within code. DWV, that's true for your fittings, your pipe and your adhesive or cement.
Did a good job compacting this rock, that's for sure.
It's always a good idea to dry fit your fittings, and these fittings are slightly tapered, so they should fit in a little ways, no problem, like this, but the rest of the way they should get progressively more difficult to install. If it's loose, that could be a problem. So this fitting fits well. Let me check both sides of this. Fits good, and that's 3-inch.
It looks, I think, a little flat in the midsection, but maybe you can let me know. And then I think it gets fairly steep right here.
So it's very, very close. So I think, yeah, remove a little bit of this high spot right here.
Yep.
Because the pipe looks, or the board looks like it's sitting up here, and it's sitting up down here.
6-inch section right there.
Wow.
That's the poop destroyer rock. Oh, Anna's got it.
Oh, yeah.
Go, Anna. Go, Anna. You, my friend, do not get to dislodge our poop
Having
mechanism.
a left-handed person around is pretty handy.
Yeah.
Nice.
I get it.
We totally got this. Should we share that someone's a birthday boy today?
That's tomorrow.
It's today.
That's today? Sweet. I missed the second one.
We should all go to Mexican. Put a sombrero on me.
Let's share 20 things you've learned on your 20th birthday.
I'm like 10 in a 50-year-old body. I'm between 30 and 40.
More.
Oh, just the very.
It's about 6. That's where we're supposed to be, I think.
You said 6 and
It's a rock. I don't know what that is. So it's looking a little high, like right through here. Just a squeeze. That goes in there.
Nice.
Most, if not all, of your future turds are gonna go right in there.
Sweet.
And vomit from a lot of things. One, spending too much money. And some, not all. Some, not all. Mostly when we're fighting. And you're like, screw you, I'm gonna go poop downstairs. I'm like, fine. Those turds are gonna go through here. This is that exit.
If you guys desire a visual, ready?
A visual.
Sound effects.
I'm angry at you. Yeah.
Okay, so we're obviously gonna need a little connection in here. Can you remind me why we're doing a 4-inch inside the slab? It's because of the clean out, right?
The clean out.
It's the clean out.
It's a clean out. That's why we're doing 4-inch. Because some people use a clean out for other purposes that involve not getting into debt, like living in an RV.
We're not doing that. We're just saying, theoretically.
Yeah. Hypothetically, if you were to do that, you'd want a 4-inch. You don't want to put a 3-inch. You could, but when you dump the RV, the hypothetical RV, when you dump those tanks, which you should do quickly with the black water, you want to dump it quickly, it could overload a 3-inch pipe. So in your hypothetical RV, make sure there's a 4-inch line so that you can dump your black water quickly.
Are you thinking, instead of digging the trench at once and laying the pipe at once, we'll kind of dig and lay as we go?
Mm-hmm. It's just easier. We'll dig and glue as we go. We have to be careful though, because
Well, we can't glue.
you can't glue your entire main line in one shot, because there's actually a garage drain that comes off and there'll be a T in there and you won't be able to get the T to fit. I don't think. I mean, you could Armstrong it
Yep.
with all this other plumbing on it, but it might mess up your Yeah.
Well,
So
we
basically,
can put it all together. We're just not gluing it.
we're gonna go one fitting at a time. Is what we're
Okay.
gonna do.
Yep.
So,
So
flange
that's
to flange is
5 1/4.
I'd say 5 and
5 1/4 exactly.
5 1/4. So then you
look-
add 3 1/2.
Let's see how we did.
Looks like she'll fit good. You want to try to stay away from pooling in the bottom, so don't put too much. Either take it out or something. We'll slip this fitting on that pipe, just slip it on, and then we're going to end up pushing this fitting into that one. And we need this to lay down in that trench as quickly as possible to make sure that it glues on the correct angle.
Yeah.
Go. In you go. Okay, lay down the trench.
Oh, here.
Okay.
We wanted to make sure that was plumb, right?
Yeah, help. Turn. There? You good, Anna?
Yeah, I'm good.
I think you should tell the folks on YouTube what this is and why we're doing it, because this is apparently not everyone knows what this is.
This is actually a remote Nordic trumpet, and you use it to call your people. So it's a floor drain, but what makes this special is it's a P-trap to keep the out of your garage, which, by the way, is explosive. So it's also called methane gas, but it has an integrated clean out into it. So somewhere in here, it'll be hard to see, but there's a little plug inside here that you can take out. And then, so if your floor drain plugs, you can run a snake down into your plumbing and free it all up. But it's all in one piece, and it's direct pour.
Our plumbing guy said he really likes when he goes to houses that have these, and some people don't have them. And
No, most plumbers just throw a P-trap in, throw a regular floor drain in with a P-trap, you're done. But you can't really snake, not as well. You can't snake around that very good.
things nobody tells you about building a house. You lose sleep over what kind of P-trap to put in your floor drain in the garage. No one
And
told
then,
us.
another thing they don't tell you, for those folks out there who actually might think about doing something like this, a floor drain is required to have what's called a trap primer, which is a very high-tech piece of equipment. It's no joke. It is a small little jet that will actually go in this threaded hole right here. And every time you flush a sink or flush a toilet or whatever, a little dribble of water goes in there and fills this P-trap. It's called a trap primer. Because if you don't use a trap like this very often, it'll evaporate. All the liquid that's in there will evaporate, and now you got yourself a problem. So code requires a trap primer, which sucks because this floor drain is going clear over here. Where's the nearest fixture? Way over there. So we'd have to run a water line all the way over here to prime this trap.
I understand.
But we're going to be using a small device called a trap seal.
If we can use it.
But they're checking to make sure that it's approved. It should be approved. It's all ANSI, yada, 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 IDAPA, whatever it's called. I don't even know. And what it does is it actually plugs this drain and has little slits that allow liquid to go through, but they prevent evaporation. And it's way cheaper, and you don't have to have a trap primer and all this plumbing and
Do you
stuff.
have to add liquid to it every so often?
No. So you prime the trap. So when you put it in, you pour it full of liquid, and this little amount of liquid hangs out in this trap, right? And then when you're doing that, you put the seal in, and you're done.
So it just can't evaporate.
Can't evaporate.
Okay.
Yeah.
You said about 5 inches down, Anna. You should be able
Top
to.
of it?
Yep. Is that too low already? It's too low. That's good. So I'll add sand. Too high.
Where's blue? There you
That's
go.
blue.
2-incher for non-poop stuff. We're in. Very happy. All the way down. Make sure we're down. Got it. Holy cow.
You're lifting up all this
I'm
compaction.
gonna like crumble the whole house.
Basically.
I think the whole house is sitting on this rock.
Where are you?
Tornadoes. This is ridiculous. Where is this coming from? Is the earth getting burned? Holy cow.
Oh my gosh!
What in the world? Oh my god! We'll just backfill that whole bunch.
Yep.
Ooh, a 3/4.
Ooh, it's a little high.
It's okay. As long as our final destination's good, you know?
His husband's left-handed.
Whoosh!
Good.
On the money. Yep, looking good.
We're trying to save you guys all the mistakes we're making on this and the troubleshooting because it gets exhausting. But we were trying to get a 1/4 inch drop on our 4-inch line, and we realized if we do that, we're gonna be into the slab by 2 inches towards the end, and we really want to be under the slab. Jesse drew a photo. We don't want the pipe coming up through the slab like this. We want it to come under the slab like this, and then only come up through it when we're ready to go out. So basically what we gotta do now is dig this trench deeper so that we only have an 1/8 inch drop, which is okay on a 4-inch line, right? But on a 3-inch line, it's critical to have a 1/4 inch. So if we make that change, we should be good by the time we get to the end of the building. Did I say that well?
Yep.
Okay.
Good.
Go up a little bit, go high, and then we're gonna rotate into the trench. Go high. There we go. Now down in the trench. Twist into the trench. Twist.
Twist which way?
Sorry.
Which way?
To your right.
Okay.
Good.
Oh!
Well, Alyssa made a pretty quick fix, I think, on this one. I think she discussed that earlier. We got the slope where we want it, got our clean out plumbed in, so we're pretty much done with our 4-inch coming in from the main line there. And now we're going to bushing down to 3-inch, and a lot of the chaos is going to start with getting the the toilet, the water closet, and then all the connections for the shower, floor drain, and then we've got one floor drain over here and a clean out against the wall. Hopefully we get a little bit closer up into the sand and the top of the gravel and things will go a little better. Jason, if you're watching this video, we're really sad to tell you that we ruined a lot of our hard work yesterday. I think it had to be done this way, but we spent so much time grading and leveling and shaping and flattening all this fill, and here we've gone and dug crazy trenches and knocked fill all over the place. So we know we'll fix it, but sorry, Jason, don't watch this video. Too late.